testify. So I dance the night away when nobody's awake.
Welcome back to Tyra's Just Saying, where we have candid conversations about the things people are thinking, feeling, and experiencing, but may not always say out loud. Today, we're talking about something I believe will resonate with so many women. What happens when you realize you're tired of simply surviving? My guest today is Shawnti Boswell of Boswell Coaching and Consulting, whose work focuses on helping women heal, gain clarity, rebuild confidence, and stop settling for lives that no longer feel the need to escape. Shawnti, welcome to Tyra's Just Saying, and I'm excited about this candid conversation. We're going to talk about healing, survival mode, confidence, boundaries, self sabotage, and what it really takes to choose yourself. So, welcome. Look, I'm going to say welcome back because this isn't your first time here.
No, it's not. Thank you for having me again.
I'm glad to have you back. How's everything been?
Everything. Oh, a lot of changes, a lot of evolving has taken place since the last time we talked.
Yeah, because the last time we talked, it was during COVID.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. So
that was a long time ago. Yeah, that's been like 2022, 21, 22.
Yeah.
So it's been a minute. It's been a minute. I am so happy to have you here. So before we get into your work, tell us, who is Shawnti Boswell beyond the coach, the speaker, the author, and business owner?
Ooh. That's a great question, because there was a point in time when I didn't know. And I know who I am now.
All right now.
Of all the things that I have gone through, I know who I am now. It's like I'm hesitant to say it, but I don't know why, because I ain't her no more. So beyond that, I have become an author.
Yes.
I have started my own podcast. I have I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a mom. Shawnti likes to, explore. She likes to travel.
Okay.
She likes to help others in need. I've always, been that person that always want to help someone.
Right.
She's a woman who has survived heartbreak, divorce, mental health crisis, and did the hard work of rebuilding herself. Instead of letting those experiences define me, I chose to heal. I chose to set boundaries and become even more authentic than I thought I was being. So now it's just like, be ready for the answer, whatever you're going to ask me, because you're going to get it.
And I know that's right.
Yep.
And so what inspired you to create the Boswell Coaching and Consulting firm?
It's actually a rebrand.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I used to go by Shawnti Refuge because that was my married name. So I tied that name into, I was Shawnti Refuge Journals. And when I initially started that business, that's all I did was make guided journals. And then it expanded into me speaking. It expanded into me coaching. It expanded into me doing workshops. And then I recently got divorced. So it was like, okay, initially I didn't want to change the business name, but I'm like, okay, that's not who she is anymore. I'm more than just that. So I made the executive decision to rebrand. So, with rebranding my business, it included me rebranding my life. So, I had to sit back and think about, what does Shawnti want? Who does she want to be seen as and known for? So I said, okay, I do all of these things. I don't want to be known as Shawnti Refuge Journals. I'm more than that. It's bigger than that. So Boswell, I went back to my maiden name, which is Boswell. So it's Boswell Coaching and Consulting. And under that umbrella, I still do all those things, but it's bigger and better now, and more defined now.
I know that's right, because you were bigger than the journals. At the end of the day, your journals was helping so many people on so many levels.
Yeah.
And it was just like, so, you might not have seen it then, but it was a bigger picture ahead for you, you
Yeah, and I
know.
still have the
And,
journals.
oh, I
That
know, right.
that's not gonna stop. It's just it's not Shanti
Mm-hmm.
Refuge Journals anymore. So I'm even
Mm-hmm.
doing a rebrand sale on the because I keep all the journals here with me, and they all have Shanti Refuge Journals on them. So I'm doing a
Okay.
rebrand sale to push those out, and I have
Okay.
new designs coming. Same information inside, but the covers and the names gonna change. So it's a
Okay.
whole
Oh,
rebrand all the way around.
look, I understand. At the end of the day, it's just, when we start over, it's being able to be, authentically true to
Yeah,
ourselves, and being
absolutely.
able to, at the end of the day, the information is the same, but it's just now I'm in a different space. And
Yes,
so as we work through these journals and everything, it's going to have a different meaning,
absolutely.
because of the space that you're in. And so
Mhm.
I think that's good, because a lot of his business owners are afraid to rebrand.
I
And
will.
my thing is, yeah, I'm sure, because it's like when you in a space and have worked so hard in the one area, it's like, nah, I'm good. But it's okay to rebrand. It's okay to start over.
Yes, it
A
is.
lot of us as business owners did that during this I'm gonna say 2024 through 2026 period.
Yep.
That was the years of transitioning, and it was just like being able to say, okay, I need to have the open and honest meeting with myself. I can't have a meeting with other people. The meeting has to be with self, to be able to face your realities on where I need
Absolutely.
to be, whether
That's the
it's personally, whether it's professionally, whether it's mentally, spiritually. It's just now being open and honest as we start exploring our self identity. Because when we
absolutely,
get of a certain age, that self identity start creeping in, and it's
baby.
just like, I better be honest with myself, because if I ain't honest with myself, who gonna be honest to me?
Exactly. 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 You hit the head on the
Mhm.
nail with that one. Exactly.
Yep. So you talk about helping women who are tired of surviving. What does survival mode actually look like, especially for the woman who looks successful and have everything together on the outside?
Ooh, yeah. Survival mode looks like doing it anyway,
Okay.
even though,
Mm-hmm.
but not paying any attention to yourself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's uh, you keep pushing, keep going to work, or keep running your business, keep
Mm-hmm.
taking care of your family, taking care of everybody else, but
Mm-hmm.
neglecting yourself.
Okay.
And
Mm-hmm.
you are stuck in familiarity,
Mm-hmm.
and so
Yep. And
you
then
don't
we put in that strong woman mode.
uh, uh, yes, because I
I
used to
hate
be
that.
and I thought it was a badge of honor. That ain't no badge of honor being called the strong one, because
Mm-mm.
the strong one means you're neglecting some part of yourself, whether
Mm-hmm.
it's mentally,
Mm-hmm.
spiritually, physically, emotionally. You're
Mm-hmm.
abandoning yourself.
Right. Right. And that's not what we need to be doing. We need to
No,
be
we're
doing what
not
we
doing that
gotta
no more.
do. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. And it's now being able to work on, okay, what does it mean for me to not abandon myself?
Exactly.
And then that's when the B word comes out.
Oh
Boundaries.
yeah, necessary, very
Mm-hmm.
necessary in
Mm-hmm.
all areas of our life,
Mm-hmm.
professionally, personally. Yes, boundaries,
How much of that self-sabotage can be connected to unresolved trauma, fear, or experiences from the past, you think?
all of it.
Hmm.
All of it.
I I get it. I get it. Yeah, I mean, because it's definitely a lot, And the thing is, when it comes to setting boundaries, people get so upset because they don't want to set them. They don't want to tell people that, okay, we're not doing this. We can't do this.
Right.
We need to do X, Y, and Z. And there's so many people out there that don't want to face the truth,
Yes,
and it's knowing that it's okay to say no.
absolutely.
No is
It
a complete sentence.
is.
And setting limits and boundaries is okay.
It is because people are more hesitant to set boundaries because they're afraid of hurting somebody else's feelings or upsetting
Mm-hmm.
somebody else. But the more you say yes to things that you don't want to do, like
Mm-hmm.
your mouth saying yes, but your body saying no, girl, no, we ain't doing that. But you
Mhm.
say yes anyway. That is
Mhm.
hurting us when we do that.
Yes.
But the minute
Mhm.
we start saying our body telling us no, okay, no, that person gets upset. You
Yep.
change. Why you acting like that? Or they get mad at you and don't want to talk to you no more. Hell,
Mhm.
when I started setting boundaries in my relationship, that's why I
Mhm.
became single
Mhm.
because I started setting
Okay.
boundaries. And
Mhm.
people who are used to walking all over you and uh, using you,
Mhm.
they're the first ones to voice they don't like your boundaries. You didn't have
Mhm.
boundaries yesterday. Well, I don't care. I got them today.
Mhm.
So
People don't like change.
no, they don't. But change is
If it's
inevitable.
that part.
It's inevitable. You have to. If
Mhm.
you're not changing, why are you? What you doing? Why
Mhm.
are you even
And
here?
one thing I try to tell people is that when it's time to start making changes, change is can be very hard, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And it is hard for you because at this point, when you start changing, those around you
Oh, baby.
are uncomfortable
Mhm.
and they try to make life a living hell, but they're the ones that's uncomfortable. But it's us that have to, like, okay, they need to adjust to what we got going on. It's not we adjust to what they have going on. And
Say
if
that
they
loud.
can't handle it, that's not your
That's
problem. That's
a
their
them
problem.
problem.
Uh-huh, that's
Exactly.
a them problem.
That's
But
a
people
them
don't
problem.
hear about what a them problem looks like.
Yeah.
They don't know what a them problem is.
Yeah. So
Mhm,
whatever, and I tell my clients all the time, when you start
mhm,
setting boundaries, the people who actually are there for you and care about you, they're going to accept your boundaries,
mhm.
even if you just started
Right.
them today. The people who not going to like your boundaries, they're going to be the ones to leave. And good
Mhm.
riddance when they do, because that shows you
Yup.
right there they were only
Mhm.
around you to see what they can get out of you. And once
Right.
you put that boundary in place and they can't get whatever
Mhm.
they was getting out of you, then they leave and go bother
Right.
somebody else. Good.
Mhm.
Let them go do that.
Mhm.
It will
Child.
hurt. It'll hurt. You
Mhm.
gonna cry, but you will survive.
Mhm. Yep, I was reading a story online right before we jumped on,
Mhm.
and I was sitting here laughing at the story, because it was a story of karma.
Mm.
And people don't
Mhm.
think karma exists, and it was just like I'm sitting here and I'm reading the story and I'm just laughing. And of course, I jump straight to the comments
Comments be going off.
because the comments be going off,
Yes.
and it was just like I read the comments and it was just like, and it's just like, yeah, people change, but we have to be really honest with ourselves when we making decisions when it
Yeah.
comes to relationships and
Yeah.
moves that we're making, because at the end of the day, what feels good to us may not be what's good
Exactly.
to is what they say, what's good to you ain't good for you.
Exactly.
And I was, reading the story and I'm just like sitting here cracking up. I'm like, yo, this can't be this is crazy. I'm like, but such is life.
Yep.
And it's just, at the end of the day, when we have boundaries and that we need to set, and limits, it's things that we need to, be okay with, you
Yeah.
know, um, because at the end of the day, things can become problematic,
Yeah.
and especially when when things play out, people play everything out on social media,
Oh Lord.
and I think that is a very, that can be very traumatic for
Yes.
anyone, in relationships. We see that happen all the time. And it's just like, oh, should we start putting relationship clauses, creating our kind of relationship contracts, but with creating a relationship contract, putting a clause in, don't post my stuff on social media,
Right.
because it's like things is just getting a little bit too much,
Yeah.
you know.
Gloves are off. People don't care. They will post
Mm-mm.
anything just
They
to,
come for you.
yeah, they do. And it's like, it's not productive. Like, what you getting
No.
out of that?
Nothing. Nothing. And so with your coaching program, are you accepting new clients?
Yeah, actually, I am. I am starting my new round of coaching one-on-one
Mm-hmm.
in September. So
Nice.
I am looking for see who we align with to
Okay.
to coach, because I don't just take anybody.
Okay. And
You
do
know,
you is an application process?
actually, we start off with a clarity call, which is
Okay.
a complimentary,
Mm-hmm.
and we see if we vibe. If we vibe, and if you willing to do the work, because you will be doing work, then
Mm-hmm.
come on over. Get after you do the clarity call, I send you an assessment.
Mm-hmm.
I see what your needs are, and I see if I can help you. That's my main thing. If I
Okay.
am not equipped to help you, I will refer
Mm-hmm.
you to someone, whether it be another coach or a
Mm-hmm.
therapist or whoever.
Okay.
I don't just take anybody, and I don't just say,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh yeah, I can help you." No, and good well, I can't. I don't do that.
Okay. And how long is the program?
Minimum 12 weeks, but
12
it
weeks.
could go as
Okay.
long. It just depends on the person's issue and
Okay.
how long they're willing to do the work for it.
Okay. And what issues do you focus primarily on through your coaching program?
Ooh, let's see. Self-esteem, self-love, setting
Ooh.
boundaries, divorce,
Okay.
parenting,
Okay.
you name anything that I've gone through. If I haven't
Okay.
gone through it, then I ain't gonna help you with it. I'll refer you to somebody else.
Okay. I like that. I like that. And I'm glad you are opening. Are they so the 12 weeks that you have, are they in cohorts or do you have rolling admission?
Rolling admission.
Okay, awesome. That is good, Shanti. I love that.
You.
I love this for you.
Thank you
And
so much.
so next up is let's talk about your new book. Let me tell you, I was like, whoa. I said, all right, Shanti. This is amazing. Your
Thank
book is called Quiet as Kept.
you. Hmm.
And I love the title because it immediately makes me think, okay, what haven't we been talking about?
Exactly. You know what that phrase means.
Uh-huh. Tell us about the meaning behind the title and why you decided to write the book.
Well, the meaning, if though for those who don't know what quiet is kept mean, normally that's a statement somebody messy says before they go and tell your business. So I'm like, okay, Dr. T, quiet is kept, such and such, da 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 da. And the reason why I chose that title is because somebody used that phrase on me,
Mm-hmm.
about me, like quiet is
What?
kept. I heard you, da 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 da. Okay. And that's when I decided, nobody can tell my story better than me. Good, the bad, the ugly, the messed up, the trifling, the all of
Yeah.
it. I'm gonna tell it myself, and I'm gonna tell it better because I'm gonna tell the truth. It ain't
I
gonna
know
be
that's right.
no half made up stuff. You know how when one person tells somebody something and it goes down the line, the story changes. No,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna hear straight from the horse. So I named
That
that.
part.
But as far as the book, I had no intention on writing a book. I did not want to write a book. I was so dead set on journaling. Journaling.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'll give you a journal. I'll teach you how to journal, all of that. But
Mm-hmm.
somebody came and told me, Shanti, people need to hear your story.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, why? Why do they need
Mm-hmm.
to hear my story? And then, after some thought, I was like, okay, I'm gonna write the dang on book. Golly. And the book actually is a collection of all of my journal entries.
Okay.
Hmm.
That's what's up.
Yep, I still have
I
all my
love
journals.
that.
I took,
Mm-hmm.
I took, my journals with everything that I wanted to talk about in the book, and that's what it is. Those are exact writings from my journal entries.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
Yep.
That's what's up.
Hmm.
So you basically let us in your journals,
Yeah.
in your own personal writings.
Yes. Absolutely.
Okay. Wow, that is amazing. I'm loving that.
Thank
What do
you.
you think women keep quiet about that we desperately need to start discussing?
The state of their mental health, their emotions, because a lot of us were raised, don't talk to nobody, don't be telling our business. What goes
Mm,
on in the house stays in the house, and things like
mhm,
that. Oh, we don't go talk to therapists. We don't go see psychiatrists. That's white
mhm,
people stuff. That's the stuff I
mhm,
used to hear. So, we've learned to push through, even though we're suffering silently. And we don't deserve that at all.
Right.
All of us. I don't care, men,
Mhm.
women, children, boys, girls, whoever. We all
Mhm.
deserve a safe space to go and express ourselves, no matter
Okay.
what the expression is. And so, that's another reason why I wrote the book, is because I want you to know that you are not alone. A lot of us, when we're going through things, we feel like we're the only one in the world going through it. Baby, no, you're not.
Mhm.
Nobody's just
Right.
talking about it
Right.
because
That
who else
part.
to talk about it. So here comes Shanti ripping that script up. No, we're gonna talk about it. This is
Right.
what
Right.
and this is how it happened. So another person won't feel like they're alone.
Okay, I know that's right, and that's the thing. So many people feel that they alone. They don't think that
Right.
they. When you're going through a situation, you feel like you're the only one.
Yes. Mm,
And the thing is understanding that no, you're not the only one.
no, you're not.
You're not
Promise
the only
you.
one. You're not the only one. There's other people going through the same thing that you're going through,
Mm-hmm.
and you're not the only one. And so let's, start working. And that's what I love about being a group therapist. Like I do private therapy, but I also do group therapy.
Mm-hmm.
And when I host the groups that I conduct, which is I do anger management as well
Mm-hmm.
as drug and alcohol, right?
Mm-hmm.
And nobody ever knows who's going to be in the room until they get in the room. And when they
Right.
get in that room, baby, oh my goodness. And then they start hearing each
Mhm.
other's stories. It's like, oh
Yeah.
wow, I don't feel alone.
Exactly.
I don't feel alone. At least I know I'm not the only one. And
Exactly.
that's like the number
Mhm.
one statement everybody
Yeah.
makes.
Yeah.
So
That's why I love
and
doing
so
group coaching. I do group
mhm.
coaching too. And it's
Okay.
great to get people in, especially my
Mhm.
new people.
Mhm.
I had a new lady yesterday in my group coaching. And
Mhm.
as soon as we got out of group coaching, she signed up for one-on-one. So it's like, okay, nice
Okay.
to see you. Yeah,
Yep, that's the
because
way to get some clients.
yeah, it is. Because
Mhm.
I don't want anyone to ever feel like they have to suffer.
Right.
Like
Yep.
you don't
I
you have
think
a choice. You have a
mhm.
choice.
Mhm. Yep, you and I are like in a lot of ways because I'm the same way. I don't want people to feel like they suffer in silence.
Hey.
And that's one of the reasons why I started a coaching program, well, a support group actually for business
Mhm.
owners
Mm.
because so many
Mm.
things happen in business and people think that they are alone.
Yes.
And it's like, no, you're not alone. There's people out here that's willing to help you and talk to you,
Right.
and if you meeting with a lot of the people that are in your network,
Mm-hmm.
our network is our net worth and
Yes.
is, people from all different types of industries where we have conversations once a month to talk about, what issues we're plagued with and how we could actually help one another.
Right.
So, and that's, something that we have been, striving for and working towards, with all of that,
I love
and
that.
so, yeah, so I'm gonna do more promotions, about the support group because it's been in existence now for about 3 years.
I'm about to
And
come see
so,
y'all.
yeah, yeah, so I'm gonna promote it. I'm getting ready to start promoting it more starting in August because I told the ladies, somebody asked me, "They are we meeting Monday?" I said, "Absolutely not." I gave everybody the summer off. I said because folks wasn't showing up when we got to the June meeting. Everybody was like falling off. I said, "No, I think we need to take some summertime off for folks to be
Mhm.
able
That's
to
exactly what I did. Yeah.
focus on your summer." I'm like, we need to have our summers off and we need to be able to, when we start back in September, we'll be getting ready to close out on that
Mm-hmm.
third quarter and we
Mm.
get ready to enter into that fourth quarter so that we can get ready to start making big moves,
Exactly.
for the ending part of the year. And so that was
Exactly.
the goals with that, and so yeah, but I love it, so with Quiet is Kept, was
Mm-hmm.
there anything you discovered about yourself while writing this book that surprised you?
Yes. That,
Okay.
like I said, these are all of my journal entries, and I never thought anybody was gonna be able to see
Hmm.
them but me.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
I thought that, by me sharing it, that I was gonna be judged and criticized, and people weren't going to be accepting of it. I learned
Mhm.
about myself that I don't care. I do not care. I care that you read it. I care that you get something out of it. And I have had nothing but good feedback about it,
Right.
about the book, about the
Mm.
story. I've only gotten one uh judgment, and it wasn't even about the
Really?
book, it's about me. Yes.
The
Mhm.
nerve.
Yeah.
The nerve. How you going to pass judgment on somebody else's work of art? This is their
Mhm.
book, not your book.
Yeah, exactly. I had somebody
Mm.
buy my book, read it, and I,
Mhm.
and I told her, I say, leave me a review when you're
Mhm.
done. I ask everyone to leave
Mhm.
me a review, and she didn't review the book; she reviewed my lifestyle. Yes,
I know you gonna stop playing with me.
I'm serious. I am so serious.
Your lifestyle is your business.
I know.
And for somebody to think that they think they better, think they, like, come on.
Yeah, yeah. She said, I read
It
your
is
book, and I was looking for you to repent, and da da da. You missed the whole point of the book, man. But thank you. Thank you
right.
for buying my book.
But you know what? It's so many and the sad part about it is there are so many judgmental people in this world that it is super ridiculous. And it seems like it's never never ending,
Yeah, never. I was
and
surprised though, because nobody has ever approached me like that. Nobody's ever said
mhm,
anything like that to me. Yes, I do get it. People
mhm.
don't like the lesbian lifestyle. Okay, well, don't participate. But but for this, and then she had the nerve to try to
Mhm.
help me convert to be straight.
So what's she gonna get you a man?
I don't want no man, honey.
I'm just saying,
They
what
they
she's
in
trying
her
to throw
book.
what she's trying to throw one on you.
She was trying to throw the Bible at me. The same Bible that I read, by the way. And yeah, she was, if you need help with that, and basically I can make you straight again. Good luck with that, lady. Shanti knows what she likes. So yeah. Be nervous. Be
I'm
nervous.
mad. This is a whole crazy. Like now she gonna give you a I'm gonna convert you. So like how many other people did she convert? I wonder.
I don't have that data. I don't want that data. That ain't none of my
Don't want it,
business.
don't need it. But the idea that somebody is,
Yeah, but she actually did.
you know, people people are blatant with a
Yeah,
lot of things that they do this day and age. They are super strange.
yeah. A lot of audacity
Why
is moving around out here.
audacity is on high,
Yes, Lord. It must
but
be
the
on clearance.
idea
It must be
it
free.
it must be, but the idea that somebody could
Yeah,
just think just be so cruel and so mean and like lady, ain't nobody judging your lifestyle. I'm pretty sure you got a whole lot of shit over there that nobody is
absolutely.
addressing. Because that normally
Absolutely.
the people that are the most judgmental, from what I'm finding, is always the ones their skeletons is falling so far out their closet they laid out on the daggone curb.
Yeah, and what I've learned about people, it is easy for them to attack somebody else because that they're
Yes.
deflecting from what's going
Hmm.
on with them. It's easy for me
Yes.
to come at you and come and judge you and talk about you.
Hmm.
That's easy. The hard part
Hmm.
is that inner work that we all need to do. That's
Correct.
the hard part. So let
Yep.
me just do what's easy instead of
Yep.
doing the hard work of figuring out who I am and what I like and what I do and don't want and all that stuff. That's too hard.
Right. Right. And so, Shanti, you use a phrase that really stands out to me, which is create lives they no longer need to escape.
Yeah.
And so, what does that kind of life look like?
Unhappy. You know how
Mm.
sometimes people go on vacation? They don't go
Uh-huh.
on vacation to experience,
Mhm.
new things and try. No, they're going to escape their real life
Mhm.
where they're not happy. They hate coming home. They can't stand whoever they with. Their kids getting on their
Mhm.
nerves. They hate their
Mhm.
job.
Mhm.
It's like,
Mhm.
well, why is this your life? Like, you give yourself permission to change. If you don't like something, change it, because if you're not changing
Mhm.
it, you're choosing it.
And the thing is find your happiness and find your joy.
And the thing is, we tend to look outside for that. Because I
Instead of
used to.
looking
I
inside.
used to do that. I used to look here and there, everywhere, retail, therapy.
Mhm.
Let go shopping. You'll feel better. Yeah, temporarily. And
Mhm.
then you go on a vacation to escape your reality. When you come back,
Mhm.
your reality still gonna be there, and you still gonna hate that life. Change your
Mhm.
life. Change
Mhm.
your life. It's hard. It is hard to do, but it is worth it
Mhm.
in the end. It's very much so worth it.
It's dead worth it in the end, and it's like we said, change can be difficult, but at the end of the day, it's being able to be being able to be accepting of
Mm-hmm.
the life that you have,
Yes.
and if you're not accepting it, what is it that you can do to make the changes necessary to fulfill yourself? Because the thing is, people look for people to make them happy. They
Yes.
look for items to make them happy. They,
Yes.
like you said, vacations. They look for vacation to make them happy.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, you come back home, you still got the same bills, you still got the same everything, and it's just like,
Exactly. Nothing has
people,
changed.
I think over the past few weeks, I've been seeing a lot of posts on Instagram and Facebooks about people, people posting going on vacation, don't have no money. I think it was something about somebody not didn't have any money, but yet they able to do all these things. And it was just like, yo, you know, like, don't you know we know. We know what you got. We know what like, stop it. And but the thing is, the temporary gratification and the temporary
Yep, that's all it
happiness.
is. Yep,
And
temporary.
the thing
And
is,
why would you want to be temporarily happy?
I don't know. I don't
Why
know. Some
wouldn't you
people, some
choose happiness every day?
but you know what? It's just like when you think about, I sit back and I laugh, right? When I think about Cardi B's her tour title and
Mm.
her album title, Am I
Mm-hmm.
the Drama?
Yep.
And when you look at that statement alone, it's being able to, like, that's a real question that a lot of people should be asking themselves.
Yeah.
Am I the drama?
Yeah. That
Am
is
I the drama?
that's a great question that we should be asking ourselves. And if we are,
Mm-hmm.
fix it. You
Mm-hmm.
can fix it. You can change
Right.
that.
But you know what, Shawnti, you know what I'm about to say? Half these people out here, they don't think they are the drama.
Nope, they do. And those be the ones who are the drama.
Are the drama.
Yeah, they are, but they swear they not. It's always them. If
And
you
it's
really
just like,
sit back and look, you're the common
and
denominator.
yes, yes. And it's
You're
like,
that person at the bottom of all of this. It's you. You're the center of it. Like, wake
uh-huh.
up.
It is just like, but they okay with not being woke.
Yeah.
They
Oh
okay with
yeah.
not being woke. They
Yeah.
are super okay with not being woke.
Yeah.
And so that is so funny, because it happens.
Yeah.
So I encourage everybody out there, make sure that you get Shawnti Boswell's book, Quiet as Kept. Y'all, the book, I love it that she put a picture of, this is a picture of you as a little girl
Yeah.
on the
That's
cover. I love it. This is a beautiful book. It talks about, basically, it shows how she has evolved, you
Mhm.
know, the evolution of Shawnti Boswell.
Oh.
You know, that's exactly
That's
what it
my next
is.
book title.
Oh, I just gave it to you.
Yeah.
Yep, the evolution
Thank
of
you.
Shawnti Boswell. That's
Thank
what it
you.
is.
Yeah.
Because at this point, you are evolving. You are in a whole nother space. You're doing amazing.
Thank you
And
so
it's like
much.
now just getting you. Now you're taking over.
Yes.
And it's getting these folks right because you're in the big state of Texas,
Yes,
right?
Lord. Yes.
I was at a work conference the other day, and I was seated at a table with the folks from Texas, and they was like, if you sit at our table, you're now from Texas, and you got to
Absolutely.
say, and they said you got to say, "Hey y'all." I said,
Yeah.
"Well, I'm gonna give y'all a little secret." They said, "What?" I said, "I already been saying, hey y'all," and I'm from Philly. I'm from Pennsylvania, and they bust out laughing. They was like, "Okay, that's it, and you got it down pat." Sure do, because that's what we say all the time. Hey y'all, what's up?
Hey, yep. That's what
I
we say.
said so. Yep. So, going to do a couple rapid, quick fire questions.
Woo.
So, we're going to have a little fun before we go. Don't overthink. Just give me the first thing that comes to your mind.
Okay.
So, the first one is healing taught me.
That I deserve better than what I was giving myself before I started
Ooh,
healing.
okay. Awesome. Women need to stop apologizing for.
Existing.
Ooh. One boundary every woman should learn is.
Say no.
Mm,
No, it does not feel good to them.
okay. Something women need to stop keeping quiet about is.
Traumas.
I totally agree with that. Peace feels like.
Ooh, chocolate cake with some ice cream.
Ooh, I know that's right.
It does, girl. It feels so
The
good.
woman, I know that's right. The woman I am becoming is.
Powerful.
Okay. And finally, Tyra. I'm just saying what?
Know your worth and add text to
Mm,
it.
I love it. This has been an awesome, awesome interview. I love it, Shawnti. Shawnti,
Thank
thank you
you.
for joining me and being willing to have candid conversations this evening. If there's one thing I hope women take away from today's conversation, is that survival may have helped you get through a difficult season, but you don't have to build your entire life around surviving. You
Yes.
are allowed to heal. You are
Yes.
allowed to set boundaries. You are allowed to change your mind. And yes, you are allowed to outgrow a life that no longer fits you. Make
That
sure
part.
you connect with Shawnti Boswell of Boswell Coaching and Consulting and check out her book, Quiet as Kept. What are your social media so everybody can connect with you, Shawnti?
I have just changed my social media because I used to say
Mm-hmm.
Shawnti Refuge Journals. Now I am Shawnti B Says on everything.
All right,
Facebook,
Shawnti Pieces. Love it, love it, love it.
Shawnti B Says on
All right,
everything.
and you can catch her on all platforms as Shawnti B says. All right,
Yes.
everyone. I am Dr. Tyra Gardner, and you've been watching Tyra's Just Saying, where we have the candid conversations that sometimes just need to be said. Until next time, I'm just saying.